afternoon, everyone. Very good afternoon, and welcome to today's Unit 1 class. Okay, everybody, we are in topic number 3, and today we will be starting part 2. Okay, we'll just have a look at what we did in part 1. We completed part 1. Topic 3, part 1, we completed it. Before we start part 2, let's just have a look at part 1, what we did over there. Okay, so everybody, can you all come to the page of contents? Can you all come over there, or you all can even look at my screen? There seems to be a problem. Why is online attendance so poor? We'll wait for some time and see. So everybody, we spoke about the biggest network in the world, which is known as the internet. Okay. And on the internet, we have so many services that operate on the internet. We spoke about a service known as the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web basically contains web pages which anybody can access, or it contains websites which is open for anybody to access. Boys, are you all with me? Everyone, you can look at my screen for now. Okay. Then guys, we moved on to domain name server. Any quick definitions for domain name server? I didn't ask the acronym. I'm asking purpose, function. Converts URLs. Very nice. Converts URLs into IP addresses. Your domain name server is responsible for giving your web browser the correct IP address for the URL that you have requested. Everyone okay with this? And sometimes your first domain name server will not know the answer. So then what happens? Your request is forwarded to the next domain name server until it reaches a root domain name server. Excellent. Okay. Then guys, girls, we spoke about the features of the World Wide Web. Boys over there, what are some of the features that you would find on the World Wide Web? For example, how is the World Wide Web connected together? Using hypertext, right? You navigate around web pages using hypertext. Something else? Something else, guys. Which version of the web are we using in today's world? Web 2.0, right? 2.0. This is a version where you can also submit content, isn't it? Web 2.0 focuses on user-generated content. Users can submit their own content. Any other characteristics? It's dynamic means what? It keeps changing. It's not the same every day. Anything else? I gave you all so many things. Can you guys turn over there? Features of the World Wide Web. I gave you all about 5 features. What do you all see over there? Everyone, page number 5. 5 to 6. What do you all see over there? So over here, guys, cross-platform means what? It works on almost all devices. The World Wide Web websites load on a smart TV, they load on a smartphone, they load on a tab. Is it clear? Cross-platform. Distributed means are all websites held on one single server? Obviously, no. You guys immediately know the problem with that. You have websites hosted on various servers, and these servers are all connected to each other. Just because Microsoft server goes down doesn't mean the entire internet goes down. No. We all have websites hosted on different servers located across the world. Agree with me? Then we spoke about open standards, the standards of the internet. Can anyone adopt them? Is it open for anyone to use them? Why no? The standards are HTTPS, FTP, SSL. Okay, these standards are open for anyone to use. Open standards. Okay, then guys, do you all remember the difference between a dynamic web page and a static web page? Give me an example of a website which would use a static web page. Wikipedia, I wouldn't say static, kind of a mix of both, no? The About Us page. What about Platinum's website? It is completely static. Platinum site is completely static. Okay. Give me an example of a dynamic web page which changes on its own based on the user's request. It keeps changing, like Daraz.lk, Booking.com, Amazon.com. These are sites that adjust based on the user. Dynamic. Then guys, what are the languages that are used in a dynamic website? Python, PHP. Okay, in a static web page, HTML, JavaScript, isn't it? CSS. Any advantages of static web pages? Faster to load because where does the web page load? Where is it executed? On the server or on the client? It's executed on the client. Exactly. What do you call it? Static web pages are executed on the client's device, not on the server. So even if the server is crowded, congested, heavy traffic, not a problem. It's being executed on the client's device. Anything else which is easier to develop? Static web pages, it uses HTML, CSS and JavaScript. It's a lot easier to develop. Then guys, in addition to that, we learn two types of scripting. Client-side scripting, examples are again, client-side scripting are used on static web pages. Examples are again, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And then the opposite of client-side scripting is server-side scripting. This is scripting where you program the web page to talk to a database. So you can use PHP, Python, these programming languages. Everybody okay with that? With that, we came to the end of part 1. Everybody okay with this? With this, we came to the end of part 1. And now we are going to move on to part 2. Okay, guys online, everybody. I'm sending part 2 to you all now. Can everyone have a look over here? Topic 3, part 2. Okay, boys, all of you over here. Students online, I have sent you all topic 3, part 2. We are now going to have a look at it. Right, can we all come down, guys, girls? Everyone, can you all come down to page number? Everybody, page number what? Page number 4, please. Operating online. Something very common in today's world. Can everyone open up page number 4? Boys, girls, can you open up page number 4? I have some videos to show you all. You all first read it. Everyone over there? Okay, can you guys go through this? Under operating online, we are going to look at working online, online workspaces. Wherever you are located, you can still be a part of your company. You can still operate as an employee. Can you guys read it? Okay, until you all read it, I'm going to load a video to show you all what I mean. Okay, I need some time to find it. Guys online, I'm going to stop the screen. Can you all read it on your device? So, everybody, where is it? It's over here. Three. Boys, are you all reading it? Right, can everyone check this out? Okay, I don't think I have shown this to you. No, I don't think I have shown this to you all earlier.
This is Microsoft Suite.
Okay, so guys, girls, everybody. Example of an online workspace. Okay, tells now, everybody. Can you all read that to yourself? Okay, what I just showed you all in that video is now in text form in front of you all. Can you all read it? They allow for people to work together, share files with each other, communicate in real time with each other, even if the users are in different parts of the world. You don't really care about their location. All you care about is, do they have a device and do they have an internet connection? Read the next paragraph. You have tools such as document sharing, chat, video meeting, task management, okay? All in one place. These platforms are especially useful for remote work. You know what remote work means, right? Nobody is physically coming to your office and working. People are working from somewhere else. Remote working. Online learning, group projects. Okay. Right. Can you all see the real life examples I have given you all? Google Workspace. Earlier it was known as G Suite. Okay. Can you guys go through it? So Google Workspaces also has all the tools that you need for employees to work together. Okay. They also have all the tools for students to study together, to complete a project together. Okay, I just showed you all Microsoft Teams. There's another one known as Slack. There's another one known as Trello. Okay, can you guys go through them? All good? Boys, girls, everyone? Right up. Then we are going to move on to another operating online platform. Okay, right. Let's keep moving down. Everybody, can you all then come down to advantages of online workspaces? Let's read the bold words: greater capacity for remote working. Do you all agree with that? If I were calling employees to work physically with me, I can only accommodate employees to the size of my office. Agree? If I have 10 seats, I can only accommodate 10 physical employees. But when you enable remote working, do you have a limit as such? Answer is no. You can employ as many as you want. That's what greater capacity for remote working means. Why don't you all read that paragraph now? Everybody? Okay, when you read it, it says what? Employees, individuals can choose where they want to work from. They can choose a location where they are the happiest. Okay, not everybody likes wearing formal clothing and coming to an office environment and working. Not everybody likes it. Okay, not everybody likes sitting in an office chair. Okay, so the moment online workspaces come into the picture, employees get to choose where they want to work from. Have you guys noticed a rise in the number of baristas being opened in Sri Lanka? A barista is basically popping up in almost every city now, isn't it? Okay, the reason they are popping up is why? Because of online workspaces. We are now seeing a trend where companies are all right with employees working remotely. So employees prefer to work at home or to work at a cafe, which is why the number of cafes popping up in Sri Lanka is increasing. Okay. Organizations can reduce their costs as well. How is that possible? How does organizations actually save costs by having employees remote working? Boys, what do you all think? Sorry? Rent expense, agree with you. Agree with him now? You don't need to rent a building, or you don't need to rent a large building. Go on. Electricity, utility bills, electricity, water, you don't need to provide that. Anything else? Traveling allowance, do you need to give them? You don't need to pay employees a traveling allowance. Anything else? Utility bills, we said. Okay, so you can see companies are basically saving on all these. Okay, right. These are major costs. Rent is a major cost. Okay, running costs such as you have to provide them with tea or coffee. Okay, then what do you call electricity bill, water bill? These are major costs. So when you have employees remotely working for you, these costs are eliminated. Okay, right. Can you guys read it to yourselves now? Okay. Then greater ability for collaboration. Agree with this? Everyone, you can share one document with multiple users, and multiple users can work upon that same document at the same time. Everybody okay with this? Think about developing a website. Can multiple users work upon the same website at the same time? Answer is yes. Most definitely yes. Multiple users can work upon the same website at the same time. It's only possible because of the internet. If the internet wasn't there, you basically cannot connect devices together. Okay, so because of the internet, collaborative working becomes possible. Are we all okay with this? Read the next one. Easier to organize meetings or trainings. Do you agree with that? Is it easier when they are virtually present or when they are physically present? Everyone, what do you all think? Easier. Okay, why did you say virtually? How does it become easier to arrange meetings virtually than physically? If you were arranging a meeting physically, we need to agree upon a time that you all can come to a specific location, isn't it? If you're having a physical meeting, we need to agree upon a time where everybody can come to a physical location. And in today's world, that's very difficult. Everybody has their own commitments to attend to, right? So you choose a time, somebody will say, you know what, I can't make it because at this time I'll be traveling to this location. Somebody else will say, you know what, at this time I have another appointment somewhere else. Somebody else will say, you know what, it's too far for me to come to your location. Somebody else will say, you know what, I have to pick up the kids from school at this time. You get it? Each person will have their own commitments. Getting everybody to one location can be very difficult. But with a virtual meeting, is that problem there? Employees can be located wherever they are. They can be driving, they can be picking up their kids, they can be cooking, wherever they are. All they need is their smartphone, right, to join the meeting, isn't it? Okay, you just have to give them a short notice and they can join the meeting wherever they are. Anything else? When you're hosting a physical meeting, you have to provide a space, right? Provide a space means what? We say accommodation costs. You have to provide a space plus snacks plus electricity bill plus, there are so many accommodation costs involved. Everybody okay with this? Then what if you have employees who are living in other countries? You can't physically meet with them, right? If you have employees living in what do you call cities further away from you, living in countries that you are not in, it's going to be almost impossible to physically meet with them. That's when online, what do you call, online meetings become extremely useful for you. Adil, okay? Can you guys read it to yourselves now, everyone? So no matter where they are located, no matter what commitments they have, they will always be able to join the meeting. And worst case, guys, if they're not able to join the meeting, companies also have something else, especially when it's training. What do? If you're not able to join the live training session, guys, online, what do you have? If you're unable to join my live class, you can still watch the recording of the class. This is something which is not possible in a physical meeting. Okay. Then online meetings have features such as screen sharing, resource sharing, file sharing. Okay. So these are your advantages, and everybody, these are not the only advantages. There are a lot more advantages. I have just mentioned a few. Okay. When the time comes for you to write your answers, you can go beyond this list. Can you guys see your disadvantages when you get into online workspaces? Problem number one is lack of security, isn't it? Okay, can you guys read it? You guys, imagine you guys are working for a company. You're accessing your company's network from your house. Concern number one, is your network secure? We don't know. Is it clear? How do we know if you're going to a cafe and using their Wi-Fi connection to access the company network? What's the risk with that? What's the risk with you using a cafe's Wi-Fi network in order to access a company network? Everybody? What's your risk in you going to McDonald's and using their Wi-Fi to access the company network? The Wi-Fi password is open to, yes, so go on, complete the answer. You do not know who else is on that network, right? That's what they call a public network. A public network is where a network where you do not know who else is on that network. Who else is intercepting your data? You get it? You do not know who else is intercepting your data. So companies are very concerned about this. So companies normally, what would they do if you're working from home? If it is a company that's having a lot of confidential data and they are worried that this data might get leaked, and if it were to get leaked, they could get into a lot of trouble, what would they normally offer employees? Guys, they do not want your connection to be visible. They want all your data to be encrypted. What would they do? No. How do you make your network private? Using VPN. So normally they wouldn't give you, they would give you a paid VPN package. Now, normally you guys are using what? Free VPN, right? And you never know why they're giving it to you for free. Nobody gives you something for free for no reason, right? They are giving you free VPN. In return, they're collecting all your data, and these data are sold to various advertising companies. Is it clear? So normally, if you're working for a company, let's say you're working for Microsoft, Microsoft will make it compulsory for you to use a VPN connection when you're accessing their network. They would give you a paid VPN app. Okay, and they would make it compulsory. You have to use VPN when accessing our network. But the problem is, not all companies will do this, and not all employees would know how to use VPN as well. Is it clear? So the problem of security comes up. And everybody, even if VPN is provided, what's the next concern? Even if you're using VPN, yes, your network is private. What's the company's next concern? So hackers can't see your data, but what's the next concern? Okay, hackers cannot see your data. Nobody in the middle will be able to understand the data because it is encrypted. Concern number two is you are working from home. Who else is in the house with you? Everybody, isn't that a major concern? Who else is in the house with you? Okay, who knows? You might have, what do you call? You might have people living with you who want to, what do you call, cause financial losses to the company. Isn't it? At home, when you get up, for example, you're working in a cafe. When you get up and go away from the laptop, do you lock the laptop and go? We don't know. You might keep the laptop open and go to the washroom and come back. In that time gap, people have access to your laptop. Is it clear? Or how do we know when you're working from home? You might be purposely having the hacker sitting right next to you and saying, here you go, all the information that you need is right here. That's possible, right? That's very much possible. So these are concerns that companies have when employees are working from home. Everybody okay with this? Right, can you all read it to yourselves now? Okay. That's why when you're working for a bank, there is no such thing as working from home. When you work for a bank, it's too dangerous to hire people working from home because the data you're dealing with is extremely confidential data. So for example, normally developers, they might work from home, they will only develop the system, but they will not deal with the data. With the data of the system, they will not deal with customer details. They will develop, they'll build the structure for the system, but the data to be put into the system, they will never be given to do it from home. They'll be called to the organization. From the organization, they will put data into the system. You guys get my point over here? Okay. Can you guys go through this? So disadvantage is number one, lack of security. You have no control over the security of this data. You do not know who else is viewing this data. Okay. You do not know how secure the connection is. Are we all okay with this? Okay, right. So I've given you some of the disadvantages. Now, guys, apart from this, any disadvantages that you guys can think of when employees are working from home? Distractions. So productivity of employees could go down, isn't it? Because they can be easily distracted. When you're working from home, distractions are at a max, isn't it? Productivity could go down. Another problem, network issues could arise. Any other problem? Time zone issues. Agree with this, boys behind? Time zone issues. When you hire employees from around the world, time zone issues can easily arise. When you want to meet, it's bedtime for the other person. Is it clear? Time zone issues can always come up. Any other problem? Payment issues. Here in Sri Lanka, we deal in LKR. In the US, they deal with USD. Is it clear? So when it comes to payments can also be complex because the currencies are different. Okay, the hourly rate paid in the US and the hourly rate paid in Sri Lanka can be very different. You get it? So sometimes what do you call payment issues can also come up. Everybody okay with this? Right. Then what about exchanging of physical documents? Is that possible? In online working, there will be situations where you need to exchange physical documents, right? Okay, in a physical, in online meetings, in online workspaces, you cannot exchange physical documents. Then guys, do you think employees would feel like they are a part of a team? When you're working online, it's just you and your monitor. You don't get to meet the others. You don't feel like you're a part of a team. You feel isolated. So the team building spirit may not exist. Okay. Then Yatum, like you said, requires an internet connection. Very true. If there is no internet, if there is no network, poor signal, employees will not be able to work. Are we all good? Power outages, very true. Okay, power outages. But I wouldn't recommend you write that answer because you need to understand the examiner is marking from the UK. Power outages in the UK is not a common problem. Okay, here we do understand it. We do understand it over here. So we agree with you. But over there, when he's marking the paper, he would say power outage. That never happens, rarely ever happens. Okay, so let's avoid that answer. Okay, right. Everybody, let's move down. Right, everybody, we come on to something called digital footprint. You all know what a footprint is, right? When you walk, you leave a footprint, isn't it? And sometimes by looking at that footprint, you can be identified, isn't it? Normally at a crime scene, they look for footprints. Okay, by looking at footprints, they can identify who the person was. Was it an adult? Was it a kid? What type of shoe they were wearing? Okay, a lot of information can be derived by just looking at your footprint. We also have something called digital footprint. The footprint you leave on the internet. Can you guys read it to yourselves now? A digital footprint refers to the trail or record of an individual's online activities and interaction. Okay. Why are you guys blushing? Huh? Okay. So digital footprint is all about what you do online, the impression you leave online. Okay. All right, can you guys read it? It encompasses all the information and data that a person generates, what he shares, what he leaves behind. So how is this information generated? We are going to look at it. Okay. So everybody, your footprint is created from your social media activity. Can you all read that? The posts that you post, the comments, the likes, the shares, your interactions on platforms like what? Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn. Everybody okay? Do you all agree with this? By looking at your Instagram post, can I have an impression of you? Very much possible, right? And is it possible that people have one personality online and a completely different personality offline? That also exists, right? Sometimes you get confused. The person that you thought was the, what do you call it? My English is wrong. The impression you had of a person online can be very different when you actually meet them. It has happened to me many times. Okay, right. So, guys, can you all read the next one? Online searches. The searches you do on the internet also leaves an impression of what you're interested in. Everybody okay with this? What you type, what you click, what you search for leaves an impression of who you are on the internet. Can you guys read it? The search queries you make on search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo can reveal your interests, your concerns, your future plans. Agree? Guys, do you agree? Two people, me and him, me and Kenneth, right? Me and Kenneth can do the same search on Google. Is it possible we get different results? Why no? Yes. Very much possible we get different results. We can both search for the same thing and we can get completely different results because his interests and my interests are not the same. His web history, my web history are not the same. Okay? Google will respond to you based on your interests, your preferences, your web history. Based on that, it will show you results. Are we all okay with this? Google wants to be relevant, right? Google wants to be relevant. They want to serve you. Is it clear? So if they are just randomly serving you, chances of you finding them interesting are low. Is it clear? So, but when they know what your interests are, based on that, they serve you. Everyone okay with this? Okay, right. Number 3, based on the websites you visit, this also leaves an impression on the internet. Okay, read it, guys. The websites you visit, including the pages you browse, the content you engage with, what do you pause and look at? What do you pause? What do you skip? All this is recorded using what? Websites use a tool to record all this information. What do we call this tool? Cookies. Website use something called cookies to track your activity, because when they know your activity, they can serve you better. Why is Instagram so addictive? Like Instagram really is so addictive. TikTok is so addictive. How? They know your interests. They know what you like. They know what you dislike. So they keep feeding you with content that you actually like. They know which videos you stop and watch. They know which videos you just ignore. They know what type of videos you comment on. They know what type of videos you react to. They know this information. So because of that, they are able to only show you content that you're interested in. That's why it becomes so addictive. Okay, keep reading it. Email communication. Your email communication is also monitored. Based on that, it can identify your interests. Okay. So even your email communication leaves a footprint, leaves an impression of who you are. Read the next one. Online purchases. Boys, girls, read that below. Information related to online shopping, such as the products you buy, the websites you use for shopping, your payment information. True or not true? Very true. If you go to Daraz will only show you items that you're interested in. How does it know what you're interested in? Based on your previous searches, based on your previous purchases. Is it clear? Read the next one. Location data. Data from your location can tell us where you are located. Okay. And based on your location, can we show ads based on your location? Of course, we can show you ads based on your location. Okay. Read the next one. Device usage. Can we show you ads based on the device that you use? Yes, we can. On Facebook, guys, when you create ads, on Meta, when you create ads, you can choose the devices you want to show this ad to. You get it? Then we have cookies. So basically, cookies are only used to track your activity. Okay. So everyone read the next one. After I have a video to show you all. Your digital footprint is essentially a digital record of your online identity, your actions and interactions. Are we okay with digital footprint now? It is basically a digital identification or an impression of who you are. Are we all good there? Okay, right. Can you guys read the next sentence? Are you all aware of something called privacy settings? Privacy settings are where you can choose what you want to share and what you don't want to share. But here is a tricky part. Many apps don't give you a choice, isn't it? What do they do? Many apps, when you install on your phone, I don't think you guys even read it. You all just agree to it. What did it tell you all? Sorry? Many apps, before you click on install, what do they say? We will need access to your contacts, to your gallery, to your microphone, to your camera. If you say, I don't agree, app won't get installed. You have to click on I agree. Only when you click on I agree, it starts installing it. Everybody okay with this? So, but there are certain apps that allow you to adjust the privacy settings. Okay, so I'll give you all a simple example. When I go to PSN, everyone look here. When I go to PSN Edexcel, look at their website. Many websites are doing this, but some websites don't do this. Give it a few seconds. There you are. Everyone saw this? Privacy and cookies. Okay, why are they using it? We use optional cookies to provide a more personalized experience. Okay, so they give you an option. Accept all, reject all. They give you this option. But there are some websites, they don't give you an option to reject. They only inform you. We are tracking you. Why are we tracking you? To better serve you. Everybody okay with this? There are some sites, they don't give you a choice to opt out. They just only inform you. Okay, so everybody, when you use online platforms, always, everyone, can you all read this paragraph? Be aware that everything you do online is being tracked. Everything you do online is being tracked. Can I just show you all one more thing? Even if you use incognito, guys, have you all read this? You've gone incognito, okay? Others who use this device won't see your activity, okay? Your web history is not recorded, okay? This won't change how data is collected. Websites will still collect data about you. That's still happening, okay? So Chrome, Google Chrome won't save the following. Chrome won't save the website you visited, the cookies and site data, the information you entered in forms, it won't. However, read this column. Your activity will still be visible to the website server, to your employer or school, whoever's network you're using, they can still see the websites you visited, the searches you did, and your internet service provider. Everybody okay with this? Okay. Right. I'm going to go away from here. Right. Read the next part, guys. Can you read that privacy settings? It is important to be aware of your digital footprint and take measures to manage and protect your online presence. Everybody okay with this? This includes adjusting your privacy settings. Who can see what you do online? How much of what you do online is being recorded? Being cautious about sharing sensitive information and considering the potential consequences of your online actions. We're going to talk about that shortly here. Everybody, sometimes we do some things today which you will start to regret 3-4 years later. Okay, so generally before you post something, before you do something online, think 4-5 years ahead. Can this post be held against me 5 years later, 3 years later? Everybody okay with this? Sometimes we post content for the joy of it, but sometimes 2-3 years later it can really backfire on you. Okay, so I'll give you all some examples in a little while's time. I'll show you all a video about it. And can we move down now? Everybody, don't read the details, just read only this paragraph and then look at my screen. We have two things, an active footprint and a passive footprint. Just know the definition, okay? You have an active footprint and a passive footprint, okay? You all read it. I have two videos to show you all. Guys, online again, I'm going to switch off my screen to find the video. Everybody, you post online, right? Can you guys go through the meaning of active digital footprint? There's another video I need to show you all. Everybody, can you all read the meaning of active digital footprint? Now, footprint can also be a good thing. We'll talk about how it can also be a good thing. Everyone, we'll also talk about how digital footprint can actually be a good thing for yourself. Can everyone read it? So active digital footprint is the footprint you intentionally create. You're aware of it. You purposely do it. Okay. So you want people to know of you as a, I don't know, as a car enthusiast. You want people to know of you as an influencer. You want people to know of you as a sportsman. You get it? You want people to have a certain impression of you. So you share content to build that impression. That is known as what? Active digital footprint. Okay, can you guys read it? These actions are typically done by the user themselves. So like what? Your posts, the post that you put are in your control now. Everyone okay with this? So these are part of your, okay, the writings you do, the articles you publish, the videos you publish, the comments that you post, the emails that you send, the instant messages that you send. These are all a part of your active digital footprint, the purchases you make. Okay, you're aware of it. You're purposely doing it. You're, what do you call? You're basically aware of it. Active digital footprints are usually visible to others based on the user's chosen privacy. Is it clear? If you want, you can disable your post. Now, for example, what do we do on Instagram? What I have done is only followers can see what I have posted. My account is not a public account. Is it clear? Some of us, we have public accounts. Whether you're following me or not, you can see my post. This is a simple example of what? Adjusting your privacy settings. You guys know about it, right? In stories also, you can choose who sees these stories. That's a simple example of adjusting your privacy settings. Okay, next week you guys have your trip, isn't it? Sometimes things can get wild on a trip, isn't it? Sometimes when you guys when friends get together, crazy things can happen. But please make sure, videos are not taken for, first avoid doing stupid things. That is obviously the first rule. Okay. Rule number 2 is make sure nobody's recording and videoing all this, because once it is published, even if you tell your friends delete it, not everybody is going to delete it. Some people will keep that content. One day I'll bring this up when you talk too much. One day I'll bring this up when you achieve certain things. So everybody, number 1, don't do stupid things. And if you're doing stupid things, if you're gonna get involved in these things, at least make sure nobody's recording it and videoing it. And guys, at least everybody, boys, the next thing is you should not be a problem to others. You guys get that? Sometimes you don't do anything bad, you don't do anything stupid, but then what do? You go around sharing other people's faults. That is also a very dirty thing to do. Okay, you take videos and photographs and you just wait for the right moment to release them. That is also a horrible thing to do. Guys, you know why cyberbullying is so much more detrimental than physical bullying? Exactly. You know what is worse than that? Boys, what? You know what is more detrimental? Number 1 is you do not know who is doing it to you. Boys, all of you all. There is something else. Sometimes you do not know you're being bullied. Have you heard of that situation happening? Sometimes everybody is giving you a weird look. People are giggling when you're around. People are making faces when you're around. And you have no idea why. Until it is, many months later, when it's too late, somebody tells you, you know what, everybody's giggling. This photo of you is going around. It's not a true photo. It's an edited photo. It's an edited video, but it's making its rounds. So that's why, cyberbullying is so much more detrimental than physical bullying. So guys, all of you all, everybody, guys online, guys physical, whoever is watching this video, I hope you guys will never be a part of cyberbullying. Okay, it causes a lot of harm, a lot of pain to the individual. Okay, so everybody stay away from it. Okay, right, everyone, can we move on to the second part? Boys behind, all of you all, can you all read? Now you all know what is active digital footprint now? You are consciously publishing this content. You are aware of it. Okay, now guys, how can active digital footprint be used for your benefit? I gave you all examples earlier. What was it? You want people to know you in a certain way, isn't it? So say, for example, I am a car seller. I sell vehicles. I want people to know of me as a car seller, right? So I will purposely keep sharing content of me talking about cars, of me dealing with customers, of me driving vehicles. I want people to know of me as a car seller. You get it? I want people to know me as an IT teacher. So I will definitely share videos of me teaching, explaining concepts. Is it clear? Because I want them to know of me as an IT teacher. So active digital footprint can also be used in your favor. Are we all okay with this? Influencers are using active digital footprint in their favor. Okay. All right. Can you guys come down to passive digital footprint? Everyone? Boys, guys, everyone over here, can you all read passive digital footprint? Refers to the unintentional, indirect, or automated traces and data that are collected about an individual's online activities without their active involvement or conscious intent. Okay, guys, girls. So look at this website over here. I'm going to go to lifemobile.lk. Okay. I'm going to go to a website called LifeMobile. Do you guys know when you're on this website who is tracking you? Cookies and site data. Look here, cookies and site data. Okay, there are 3 sites that are tracking me. Who are the 3? LifeMobile is tracking me. On top of that, from outside, Google is also tracking me. Google Analytics is also tracking me. Is it clear? So sometimes sources that you did not know could also be tracking your activity. Okay. So this would come under passive digital footprint. Keep reading it, guys. Search engine history and queries recorded by search engines. Location data. As you're moving around, data about your whereabouts. You know, sometimes Google gives me a notification. Thursday, 22nd October was your busiest day. It gives me a notification. When I click on the notification, what does it show me? It shows me everywhere I went on Thursday, the 22nd of October. The places I traveled, how much of time I spent at each location. Haven't you guys got these notifications? From time to time, Google gives you statistics. What was your busiest day? Okay, what is the day you travel the most? It gives you these statistics. Okay. Okay, can you guys go through this? These are all known as passive digital footprint. Metadata associated with digital files. You know what this means? The files that you upload to the internet, along with the file, other data is also being uploaded, like who composed the file, the author of the file, the date you upload it, the device you uploaded it from, the IP address of the device, the operating system you're using. Is it clear? These are what we call metadata, data that comes along with your data. Everybody okay with this? Okay. When you upload a file onto WhatsApp chat, so many things are recorded. Like what? The device that you used, the name of the file, the type of file, your IP address, the date and time. These are all things what we call metadata. Can you guys read it? Your passive digital footprint, boys, Adil, all of y'all. Your passive digital footprint are typically not visible to others. Okay. Users may be unaware of how much of data is being collected about them. Okay. But guys, do know that the content that you see online is not randomly shown to you. The content you see online, you see it for a particular reason. Everybody okay with it? The ads you see, the products you see, the posts that you see, all these that you see online, there is a reason behind why you're seeing it. Okay, they are not just randomly showing you content and hoping you'll be interested. No. Facebook is showing you content because they know what you're interested in. Are we all okay with this? So everybody, are we okay with footprint now? Digital footprint. You have your active digital footprint. You have your passive digital footprint. Good. Okay, right. Everybody, let's have a look at the next one and then we'll take a break. Can you guys read the advantages of a digital footprint, boys? Everyone, online presence. Okay, a digital footprint allows you to have an online presence. Okay, you guys all have an online presence. Okay, can you guys read it? Okay. Everyone, your digital footprint, for example, your profile, the post that you share, allows people to communicate, to interact with you. It creates an online presence for you. Number 2, it can open up professional opportunities for you, isn't it? Okay, companies who are actually interested in your skills, companies who are actually interested in what you're talking about can actually partner up with you, collaborate with you. The best example I can give you are influencers. Can you guys go through it? Boys, Shimad, all of you all, read it, will you? Another advantage is professional opportunities can open up because of your digital footprint. Okay. Number 3, and this is the biggest benefit for me. Why do I like digital footprint? Because you get personalized content. When I go on to Daraz has over 1 million products, but Daraz only shows me products that I'm actually interested in. Everybody okay with this? When I go on to Amazon, Amazon only shows me products I'm interested in. Okay, when I go to booking.com, it only shows me hotels that I have shown an interest in. When I open up TikTok, when I open up Instagram, it shows me posts that I'm actually interested in. For me, that's very convenient. But not everybody likes that convenience. Okay, some people get scared when it shows content that they're actually interested in. Like, what is it spying on me, monitoring me? Some people don't like it. For me, I really like it. I find it very convenient. Okay, guys, girls, can you all read it, please? Then shall we have a look at the disadvantages? Obvious number one is privacy concerns. It's tracking you. What does privacy mean? Privacy means being able to do what you want, when you want, without anyone else knowing about it. Are we okay with this? In today's world, do you have true privacy? In today's world, at least Google will know about it. At least Meta will know about it. Is it clear? In today's world, having true privacy is almost impossible. Okay, can you guys read it now? One of the primary drawbacks is privacy invasion. You cannot do anything without anyone knowing about it. At least Google or Meta will know about it. Okay, keep reading it. Reputation damage. We spoke about this. People can use this content against you. Guys, when you all see the post that you put 3-4 years ago, don't you all cringe? Everybody? Yes or no? You do cringe, right? When you see what you posted 3-4 years ago, you're like, what did I say, man? Why did I say this? Is it? Even including myself, when I see what I posted a few years ago, you really cringe. Like, I was so silly to say this, isn't it? So imagine when somebody else brings it up and tries to embarrass you, tries to use it against you, it could be even worse. Okay? So you have sometimes university students, boys, everyone look here below. You have university students, especially in Sri Lanka, what do they share? They share, photos of them protesting and throwing tear gas and breaking this and breaking that. Imagine if you are an employer and you saw this post of the person you're interviewing, would you ever want to hire them? You wouldn't. Hiring them is trouble for your company. They're going to get into your company and influence everybody, isn't it? You wouldn't want to hire them. Everybody okay with this? Okay. Right. Can you guys read the next one? Data collection. Everyone, do you all know what is manipulation? Everybody, is it possible for social media to brainwash you, to make you think that something is very good when it's actually very bad? Is it possible? Yes or no? So for example, guys, let's say Facebook has identified, boys, everyone look at me below. We'll say, for example, what's a good company I can take? For example, let's say you are interested in purchasing some sportwear. You are interested in purchasing sport shoes. And let's say, for example, Adidas is running a paid ad campaign on Meta. What will Meta do? Meta needs to show results, right? Facebook needs to show results, right? Adidas should see an increase in their sales, right? Now, at the same time, now Adidas is running a paid campaign. They have paid Facebook to show these ads to you. Now, what will Facebook's algorithm do? It knows you're interested in sportswear. It will keep showing you these Adidas ads. And at the same time, there'll be other users on social media who are complaining about how Adidas treats their employees, about the amount of wastage going on, about the global warming issues that they're contributing. There'll be other users talking about these issues, right? Do you think Facebook will allow those posts to come in front of you? They will not allow those posts come in front of you. They have identified you as a potential buyer of an Adidas product. They will ensure that you only see the good about Adidas. You get it? The problems that Adidas is causing, for example, they will ensure that those posts don't get across to you. Everybody okay with this? So this is what you call manipulation. They can make you think in a certain way. Everybody okay with this? They can make you think that a politician is doing really good things for you. Okay? The bad things, they can protect you or they can block you from seeing those posts. It happens. Okay? So guys, can you all go through this? Social media platforms, online communities, online platforms, they can manipulate you to think in certain ways. Okay? They know you're interested in a specific topic. they can get you to think in a certain way about that topic. Okay. And then finally, guys, online addiction. They keep showing you content that you're interested in. So now what happens? You spend a lot of time on it, and we are all guilty of it, isn't it? We are all guilty of this addiction. Boys over there, okay, with including myself, okay, all of us, we are. Can you guys read it? Through the use of cookies, online platforms are able to understand your interests and so keep you hooked. You are on that phone. You're sacrificing your sleep for that phone, isn't it? By showing you only content that you are interested in. Everybody okay with this? Everybody, boys, our break is over. Let's get back to work. Right, everybody, can we saw the advantages of your digital footprint. Okay, boys behind. Listen to all of y'all. Come on. Okay, we saw the advantages. We saw the disadvantages as well. Okay, right. I'm just going to do this online community part and then we're going to go into past paper questions. Okay, right. Can you guys read the first paragraph over here? It is basically a virtual place. Pros and no, right? No. It's a digital place, a virtual place where people can communicate, talk to each other, interact with each other through reactions, comments. Kavesh, what's going on? Okay, over here. Okay, right. Can you guys read the next paragraph also? Read the bold words. An online community normally exists for people who have a common interest. Okay, either you all go to the same institute, you all are studying the same subject, or you all have the same interest in a particular game, or you all live in the same area. These can be reasons for you all to become followers of each other. Okay, right. Okay, these interests could be a TV show, hobbies, video games, it can even be professional. You all work in the same place. Okay, so can you all see the examples of some of the platforms, everybody? We have Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, TikTok, Pinterest, WeChat. These are just a few examples of online communities. Okay, online platforms that can bring people together based on a common interest. Okay, Adil, are you with me? Okay, right. Okay, come on, boys, everyone. Right, can you guys read why do individuals, boys, all of y'all, why do individuals join online communities? Can we go through that? Mainly because we all like to feel that we belong. Okay, we all want to be recognized for what we do. We all want to be known to the others. Okay, so are you with me? Okay, there can be several reasons. Can you guys go through those reasons? Belonging. Okay, we like to feel connected, we like to be known. Okay, can everyone read this? This can often help people to feel less lonely. We want to be recognized, we want to be known for what we are interested in. Another reason can be for a shared purpose. You want to support a particular cause, you want to support a particular purpose. Okay, that's another reason you would be a part of an online community. Another reason is to increase your knowledge. You want to know about a specific area, you want to know what's happening in the world, you want to know what your friends are up to. Okay, another one can be simply to maintain connections. Okay, one of the reasons I use social media, main reason is for global, to have connections, to be connected with those who are physically not close to me, just to know what's happening. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna stop at this point and we're gonna open up our past paper questions. Okay, guys, girls, all of y'all. Okay, right, everybody, let's start with this paper itself, this part. What's this part? Part number 2. Okay, I'm going to keep the marking scheme also opened here. Can we come down to question number 1? Everybody, question number 1, please. Okay, I'm sending this to you now. Okay, right. Let's move down, everybody. Question number 1. Right, guys, girls, all of y'all. Question number 1 over here. Everyone, are we writing it? Are we writing it? I'm also opening up the marking scheme and keeping it here. Right. Alex is a university student studying biology. He has joined an online community to help his studies. Describe what is meant by an online community here. What can I say over here? What are the words you guys can add over here? Somebody give a start below. An online community, what shall I say? If somebody gives a start, others can contribute to it. Shall we say a digital platform, a virtual platform? Shall we start off with that? Okay. A virtual platform, what does it do? Okay, that allows users from around the world with similar interests to connect, to interact, to communicate, to collaborate. Okay, we can say all these words. A virtual platform that allows users from around the world to connect, communicate, and interact with each other based on common interests. Okay, based on common interests. Okay, the reason you have friends on social media. Who are these friends? These friends have something common with you. Either you all go to the same institute, or you all used to go to the same school. Is it clear? Or you all live in the same area, or you all met somewhere. Or for example, you all shared an interest. For example, you all both like the same celebrity. Is it clear? These are reasons why you all would connect with each other. Or common in hobbies, or the same game you all play with each other. Right. I'm going to also have a look at question number 2. And then we are going to move on to topic 3, part 1. Okay. Question 2. Explain one way that membership of the online community could benefit Alex. How could she or he, how could he benefit by being a part of this community? Everyone, all of y'all are parts, all of y'all have joined an online community, right? What's the benefit you're enjoying from it? Helpful for homeworks. You need to elaborate. Okay. Sorry? Can connect with users who are also involved in the same field as him, and through them he can gain knowledge. Okay, one of the reasons we learned, right? One of the reasons to join an online community is what? To gain knowledge. Isn't it, all of y'all? So how shall we word it? You can say Alex could connect with users allow us to socialize. Okay, I think that's a different answer. Okay, Alex could connect with users who also share the same interests as him, and together with them he can increase his knowledge in a particular field. So Yatu mentioned socializing. What can we say? Alex would be able to connect or socialize with his friends who are physically far away from him. He can keep in contact with them. He can know what's going on with their lives. He can communicate with them. Right. Those who are done, I want you all to read the marking scheme also. There are some answers. He can get expert advice on biology or subject matters from community members with more knowledge. That's the answer we have basically mentioned over here. Okay. He can improve his self-image by helping others in the community. None of you all mentioned that. Okay, that's another accepted answer. He can improve his knowledge by reading posts or interacting with other members. Read the marking scheme below. The marking. Oh, didn't you know all this time at the end of it, the marking scheme is there? Everybody, at the end of every tute, the marking scheme is also attached so that you all can go through the answers then and there. Because there would be answers I never thought of, you all never thought of. Okay, give me a second, I'll take attendance. Okay, everybody. All right, everybody. Let's move on to part 1, topic 3, part 1, please. Boys, girls, topic 3, part 1. Topic 3, part 1, please. Let's scroll down. We have done question 1 and 2 there. Let's move down to question number 4. Am I right? It's 4, no? Yeah, question 4, please. Some of Julie's websites use scripts to make them interactive. To make it interactive, most probably which language should he use? JavaScript. There are two languages. There is Java and JavaScript. We are learning JavaScript. There are two different things. You all know that, right? We have two programming languages called Java and JavaScript. They are basically two different languages. Don't confuse the two. All right. So the question says, state the difference between a client-side script and a server-side script. What's the difference? You can tell me. Requires internet. Okay, because it is executed where? Exactly, everybody. Server-side scripts are executed on the server computer. Client-side scripts are executed on the client's device. I don't think your answer is because anyway you need the internet to load the code, right? The client-side script also you get it from the server and then it executes on the client's device. Sorry? Client-side script is faster. It executes faster because it's executing on the client's device. Okay, but internet, I don't think we take it. Even the marking scheme doesn't mention it, but I think better avoid it because even the client-side script, the about us page, you get it from the server through the internet, right? So better avoid it. Everyone, let's mention this. You can say client-side scripts are executed on the client's device, while server-side scripts are executed on the server. Okay, question 5 I'm not doing now. I want to do something different. Come on, don't look at the screen and write every single word. Write in your own words, everybody. Just have a look, see what I said, and then in your own words, try and get it down. So you're talking to yourself and writing the answer. Higher chance of it retaining in your memory. Okay. When you're copying word after word, when you're copying, there is no learning taking place. Right, question 5 we are not doing. Okay. Question 6 also I'm not doing. Question 7 also not doing. Question 8 I will be doing. Okay, everybody. Question 8, please, everybody. Can we come down there? Let me draw the text box first. Right. It says over here, the holiday camp wants an online booking system. Okay, online booking system. Customers will be able to select their arrival and departure dates. They'll be able to choose the accommodation type. They'll be able to enter their address and contact details and register their preferences. Explain how scripting would be used for the online booking system. What type of scripting would be used? It's an online booking system. We would have to use server-side scripting. Okay, we'll start off with that. Right, go on. What else would you do? How would you use the scripting? You would program the scripting to do what? Okay, so you would use the scripting to first be able to receive input from the user, right? And then based on the user's input, you would do what on the server? The user had said, this is my what? This is my arrival date. This is my departure date. Okay, everybody should take a real life example. But then I'm running out of time. If I were to take booking.com, I'll tell it to you all verbally. If I were to tell booking.com, this is my arrival date and this is my departure date, what happens then next? The server side script will then go through what to find answers for me, not the script. What part of the server? What in the server will it go through? The database. It will go through the database on the server to find values that match my requirements, that match my dates. Anything else you would like to tell me? Where would it get executed on? The script would get executed on the server. Okay, right. Shall we get started on this? The online booking system would use server side scripting. Tell me why. Okay, since why? Why does it have to use server side scripting? Everybody, why is it using server side scripting? It has to be changed based on what? User. Based on the user's input, based on the user's requirement, isn't it? No, that also it will use server-side scripting. If you want, you can see the About Us page might use, but not necessarily to go there. They have just only said the online booking part. No, the online booking system would use server-side scripting since it will display data based on the user's requirements. Okay, since it will display data based on the user's requirements. So typically languages like you all told me today examples of server-side scripting languages. What do you all know of? Python. Okay, I'll give two. So typical languages like Python or PHP would be used. Okay. The online booking system would be able to receive the user's requirements such as what? Arrival date, departure date, such as arrival and departure date. Such as, I'll put a comma, okay, such as arrival, comma, departure, such as arrival, comma, departure date, and location. And then based on this input, based on these inputs, and then based on these inputs, what would happen? What would happen next? You told your inputs, you told your requirements. Now who gets into action? Everybody? You told your arrival date, you told your departure date, you said you wanted accommodation in the Hivalaf example. Now it will check the database. Who will check? The server. And then based on these inputs, the server would query the database for results or for accommodations that fulfill the user's requirements. I check the marking scheme. Marking scheme also mentions client-side scripting. So Aman, yeah, this thing is there. It mentions that it will use client-side scripting for what? To validate. You guys remember we created forms using HTML? Okay, in HTML, can you validate the email address? You can't? Sure. You can using what? Can you validate, for example, the date? Can you put a rule where, for example, the user cannot put a pass date for departure date or for arrival date? You can, right? What do we call these? Validation rules. You can implement like range check, data type check, presence check, format check. Okay, we can implement those using client-side scripting. I'll just make this smaller. Yeah. Everybody, we can go on to say client-side scripting, such as HTML and JavaScript can be used to validate the user's input, such as arrival and departure dates. Okay. Then designing of the web page would be done using what? The headings, the paragraphs, the colors, the CSS and HTML, no? Client-side scripting. We have mentioned enough answers. I'll just mention this also. Further, client-side scripting can be used for the appearance of the web page. I forgot to mention further client-side scripting such as HTML and CSS can be used for the appearance of the web page. Those who are done, have a look at the marking scheme also. Almost all we have mentioned, but just Ravish, come on, marking scheme, please. Read the marking scheme. Client-side scripting such as HTML can be used to add dynamic features like a what? JavaScript can be used to add dynamic features, right? Error message based on the user's input. I haven't taught that to you all yet. Using Java. Now tomorrow is Friday, no? Yeah, tomorrow I will be showing you all how you all can use JavaScript. I know they will get time to get there. Based on the user's input, you can show an error message. Okay, tomorrow we will start if condition, but will we come to this part? I don't know. Let's see. It all depends on how fast you all are. Right. Let me just have a look at topic 2, part 4. Okay, I don't think there are any small questions here, but we'll have a look. Topic 2, part 4, everybody. Topic 2, part 4. Any small questions over there that we can do? Topic 2, part 4, everybody. When I come over here, question number 7, please, everybody. Question 7 has 2 questions here. We'll do that and call it a day. Everybody, question 7. The local area network uses hardware and software firewalls. State where the hardware firewall is located. Sorry? Network and the computer. The computer is a part of the network now. Where is the hardware firewall connected, located? Normally, I don't think any of you all here are using a hardware firewall. I'm sure all of you are using a software firewall. So a hardware firewall, you will typically keep it where? At the entrance of your network. You will connect it to the router. Everybody okay with this? you will normally connect your hardware firewall between the router and the server, between the server of the network and the router of the network. Okay, so you can say it is connected to the router of the network. It is connected to the router of the network. Then where will the software firewall be placed? Everybody? The software firewall will be placed where? Every device connected to the network will have its own software firewall. Okay, look at my laptop here, Defender. I'm using Windows Defender as my firewall. All of you all are also having Windows Defender. It's a software firewall. Software firewalls are installed on every single client or every single device in the network. Okay. It is installed on every device or client in the network, every device in the network. Okay, everybody. Guys, this week I'm giving you all a homework, topic 2, end of chapter questions we didn't do with you all, right? So topic 2, end of chapter questions, today I'll be publishing it on the group. You all have to write your answers, upload it to Google Classroom, okay? Right, all of you all, until we meet again tomorrow for practicals, okay? Take care, stay safe, see you all tomorrow at 9:30. Okay, take care everyone.